All right, welcome ladies and gentlemen to Cancun, Mexico. I'm Jonathan Neely with Skyd Magazine, and we're bringing you the fourth round of the day where we've got Terra from Toronto, Canada versus Cheetaras from Jalapa, Mexico. Terra's a team that came in second at Canadian Nationals last year. A lot of them have played together throughout the course of the last few years. Some stopped playing in 2012, some in 2013, some in 2014, and a lot of them are getting back together. They've also added a few players from British Columbia and other places in Canada. And Cheetaras is a team that started with a fusion between a team from Mexico City and a team from Jalapa. And over the last year, they've been practicing with players from all over the country preparing for this tournament. Again, this is the fourth round of the day. We've got Cheetaras set to pull to Terra. And there's definitely a lot of wind here, probably coming, the best way to describe it is from the top right of your screen toward the bottom, but also blowing right to left a little bit as well. I'd be surprised if this pull goes past 3/4 of the way, if that. And Terra is definitely gonna have a downwind offensive point to start the game. Here you see Terra coming out in a 3-handler vertical stack, and Chitaura with a 3-person zone. This is Connie Lee with the disc, one of the main handlers on the team. Still seeing a lot of handler swings between Terra, and this is a short field now after a turnover for Chitaura to work with. We're in a vertical stack and an immediate blade looking to go over the top, and it's gonna work. Chitaura starts the game with a downwind break, an upwind break, I should say. Most of the players on this team have been playing for somewhere around 5 or 6 years or less. Actually, the captain of Cheetaras explained to me that about half the team is pretty new, started playing within the last year or so. I think that gives Terra an advantage to start the game, but you see Cheetaras come out, stop any downfield cutter-to-cutter flow. There's a turnover among the handlers close to the end zone, and they capitalize. All right, again, we've got Terra to receive, this time going upwind. This pool's gonna land a couple yards shy of the end zone. Send it out to number 9, back to number 42. Wow, narrowly avoids a turnover. This is Sarah Schumacher to pick up. She's an American player that studied or did Peace Corps in Mexico for a couple of years, lives in Washington, D.C. now. Here we see a host stack isolation for Cheetaras with a handler poach from Terra. They call number 2 Denny. She's going to be one of their standout players. Denny Gutierrez. Here's Chitaura just outside the end zone. Up to Gutierrez. Gutierrez looking. Open on the far side. Looks it off for the break to Schumacher. That's 2-0 Chitaura.
I'll find someone.
Again, we're at 2-0 Chitaura. Chitaura pulled to start the game. So far doing a solid job of preventing Terra from hitting upfield cutters. No handler to cutter shots have been completed yet, let alone cutter to cutter. And what that's meaning is that there's a lot of short throws from handler to handler, and in this wind, with everyone you throw, the probability of turning it over goes up. 2 short field turns from Terra that Cheetaras has capitalized on without a turnover. Here's the pull. It'll come down out of bounds, so in at the brick mark. Bring it in, it's gonna be number 9, Bonnie Lee, the sister of Connie Lee. So again, we see a zone from Cheetaras forcing short throws. There's a big one upfield, but looks deed, foul called from Terra. Disc is gonna go back. Across the field to Lee, back in the middle here. Still very few throws from handlers to cutters. Mostly cutter to cutter action. There's a scooper over the top. And right now, Cheetaras is doing a good job of keeping Terra from spreading the field, and that's another turnover into the upwind side of the field. Cheetaras got about half the field to work with. And here's a rip to start, a hook. Not gonna work out for Cheetaras, and a chance for Terra to get going without Cheetaras setting their zone. Play slows down a little bit, and there's a turf right back into the hands of Cheetaras. That's Jess Renninger picking up. Now up ahead, back to Renninger. Looking to break the mark to the high side of the field. Floats over Renninger's head, but the garbage gets picked up. Back to Renninger now. We're about 5 yards out. Having a tough time swinging to the break side of the field. A hammer goes up. Foul called. Looks like she got slapped on the hand there. Chitaura's turn. Oh, and the windup for the hook. We're now back about 5 yards out. Cheetaura disc. Disc swinging to the strong side, or to the upwind side, I should say. Rinninger again looking to direct traffic. Easy break dump. Terra's gonna look to strike deep. Too far, but probably not the worst punt. Cheetaras now has to work about 75% of the way up the field. Terra's now earns a turn. Cross field throw is gonna work, and that's a score. Terra on the board. 2-1 Cheetaura.
Yeah, you too. So do you know tennis? I do Terra, yeah. Yeah? They picked up some players, but I know it's pretty much 90%. So why don't we just, this is just the formal and we're learning as we go. Okay. So I'm gonna sit here, you take this seat, okay? We're gonna pass the mic back and forth, figure it out. Alright, are you playing or just, Hey, Chris. Aiden, nice to meet you. From Toronto.
Folks, joining me, I've got Max Power from Toronto, Captain Chris Lote. Very familiar with this Terra team, going to help me out on the broadcast and hopefully join us for more throughout the weekend. Chris, welcome.
Thanks a lot, glad to be here.
So Cheetaras started the game with 2 breaks. Terra finally holds. Now 2-1 Cheetaras. We'll see if Terra can strike back here. Getting up, it's going to go to Schumacher in the middle, to Gutierrez. Cheetaras working in somewhat of an undefined stack, I would say, and there's a D from Terra. Terra working it up the force side. And this is where teams have gotten into trouble this weekend, is going a couple throws up the force side and then not being able to get it around to the open side that's the upwind. Lee in the center of the field. Back over to the force side. Schumacher on the mark. About a 10-yard gainer. Again, we find ourselves in this space right here on the sideline. Tanzer in the middle. A solid throw out to the upwind side. Gives the thrower a lot of room to work with now. We're in the middle. About 20 yards out now. A leading throw puts about 2 yards out. 1 actually, if that, and a hasty flick out of bounds. Back to Cheetaras. Cheetaras now in that spot, struggling on the sidelines to Schumacher. A solid throw to get it off. And here's the hug. It's a very solid play. Not only does it gain him a ton of yards, but even if that turns over, just getting it out of that area is probably the best move. And there's that turnover. Lee to pick up. Terra not really in a structured offense at this point. One thing this team is doing well is stringing passes together from cutter to cutter. That one's gonna float, and there's the score for a Terra break. 2-2. Cheetaras still up a break. Chris, you want to tell us a little bit about this Terra team?
Yes, Terra is a women's masters team from Toronto. They have picked up a few players from around Canada for the Pan Am Ultimate Championships. They played the last 3 nationals, which is when the women's masters division started. They've medaled all 3 years, so they have 2 silvers and a gold to their name so far in their existence. As I said, most of the team has been playing together for a couple of years now, but they do have a few pickups. Unfortunately, a few people who I don't recognize, but for the most part, as a Toronto guy, I do know most of these people. I'm expecting a strong play from them, especially now with they've got some pretty solid handles here, and I expect them to be able to work the disc up pretty well with their offense.
What do you make of the early breaks? Are they the type of team that can rally back from that?
Oh, they definitely can, and I think with this wind, you're always going to have a chance to get the disc back. They're pretty good fighters on defense, so I don't see any sort of point or 2 break to make a difference for them. They're always going to be in this game from what I've seen.
All right, here we're going to see them pulling what is essentially a downwind point. There's Elias with the pull. It's going to reach just about to the end zone. Right at the end zone. Rittinger upfield to Gutierrez. Back to Rittinger. To Gutierrez. One thing a lot of the Mexican teams I've seen so far do look comfortable doing is throwing short throws in zone. I think this country has come to play a lot of zone, actually. And handlers are very comfortable with those 20 throw points where you might throw, 3/4 of your throws are 5 yards or shorter. Rittinger here on the sideline. She's going to wind up and look to get it downfield, and that'll be a turnover to Robichaud. To Elias, to Lee. Again, Terra doing a good job hitting cutters downfield. The last game I called, there was a real struggle going from handlers to cutters, and it would just be dump, swing, but no progress upfield. There's a Robichaud drop. Not the worst place in the world for Terra to be. Cheetaras now has to work it up 80% of the field, if not more. I'd say 95. To Gutierrez. And this is a D point for Terra, so they're prepared to play zone. Playing a 3-person here. Looks like when it goes back to the middle, there will be a 4th essentially joining that. Gutierrez looking upfield. Unclear if there's a foul call or not. Looks like an injury. That's Julie Kwan coming off. She came in off the wing to make a play on that disc. Unclear on whether there's a foul call or not. This is Hazel Faith Tenafrancia. That's a mouthful in the program. Hazel Tenafrancia coming in. This is someone that the Terra captain talked to me about. Robichaud told me that Tenafrancia was a player to look for. Elias. That's a goal for Terra. They get another break. They get the break back. They're now down. It's on serve. The game is on serve. 3-2 Terra. It might be 2-2, folks. I apologize. It's definitely 3-2 Terra.
I think there Terra really wanted to force Cheetaras to the sideline and really say, we're going to make you jam up the line or go over the top, which caused a few turnovers there. The jam up the line where Julie Kwan was able to come in and get that defense. I expect a bit more of that, trying to force Cheetaras up that wind sideline and make them make it a struggle to get into the open space. Looks like we've got Bonnie Lee here setting the defense. They're looking to maintain this momentum with a 3-2 score. Bonnie Lee with the not a puller pull, giving Cheetaras a very good field position here. We'll see if they can take advantage. So Cheetaras starting with the disc. Immediately looking for the end zone. Schumacher to Gutierrez. Gutierrez with a great catch there. Going over an outstretched Bonnie Lee. With this win, definitely not a bad decision to immediately go to the end zone. Worst case, make Terra work the field. But Schumacher saw space that Gutierrez had and took advantage of it. I was hoping for a bit longer point there. Saw my league teammate Sandra Seapal on there on D. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to get involved in the play. Also, while I have the mic, I might as well give a shout out to all the people in Toronto who I know have been watching. Saw lots of tweets and Facebook comments from everyone at home showing their support for the Toronto teams and the Canadian teams, which I know we all appreciate. Wind really starting to pick up here. Maybe that's just because we're up high, but seems to be picking up as the day's been going on. It's definitely going to challenge the throwers, and teams with the better throwers are probably going to be the ones to make it out here. So Terra now waiting for someone to pick up the disc to get the pull going. Connie Lee centers to Jojo Elias. Great movement by Terra working through this zone. Just making it really look easy. Wow, what a great throw by Jojo Elias there. Finding space, easy dish off for the goal.
Yeah, Chris, you mentioned the great movement. You really can see the experience on this team of players that know how to position themselves. Not just one throw ahead, but 2 and 3 throws ahead. The flow really looks strong. It's the best that I've seen from the booth all day.
Yeah, and I think as I said, they had picked up a lot of players, and the fact that they're able to move it so well is very telling that players who just know how to play the game and can flow very well with each other. Terra really seems to be gelling very well right now, which is great to see on day one of a tournament with bringing in so many new players. So it looks like we have Rachel Robichaud about to pull. Big thanks to Rachel. She subbed on my league team on Monday. We had a nice indoor speed point game the day before we all came to Mexico. So some people were asking why we were there, but we just like playing Ultimate. So Rachel was able to come down and help us out. So Chitaura is moving the disc up, getting some good easy passes to start. It's like Terra's gone from a zone to a man here, since Cheetaras are going downwind. Nice throw, but looks like the wind took that just a little bit too far, and we have an out call. And not contested, so we have Terra with the disc now. That was a great look, just unfortunately the wind is going a bit more downwind, and
How you guys doing so far?
so Terra looking to work the entire length of the field upwind, see how their handlers can do against this zone.
And what I've seen so far today is a real struggle by teams to keep the disc on the upwind sideline, so at the top of your screen. Right there is a solid throw because you get it over there where defenses are trying to force to the bottom, and you've just got way more options. There you see though why getting it there is difficult. A throw floats overhead. You've got the wind blowing in at an angle, but sometimes almost directly from that sideline, making it hard to get over there. But the real estate is valuable. It's very good to be there. Here's Cheetara coming in. He's got about half a field to work with. Schumacher getting the dump, sending it around. Here's Gutierrez. Upline cut from Gutierrez. An unforced error with the drop. Robichaud getting it moving. Here Terry's got a chance to really get some of that upwind side without Cheetaras getting their defense set. Here you saw some great flow until an unfortunate drop, another this time on Terra's end. Schumacher to pick up, swinging around. Back to Schumacher. This Cheetaras team is disciplined with the dump. They look early, they've got scripted movements. Here's Gutierrez looking deep. Looks like she was thinking Schumacher, but Schumacher pulled up short and stopped running. Lee picking up and immediately just looking to get it downfield. Not the worst idea. That gets a little bit past half field. Here's Schumacher picking up. She's gonna have an isolated cut in the lane to start. Not open. And there's Gutierrez. Gutierrez really is a safety valve for the team downfield. You'll see her concede the first cut, let someone else take it, but then she's almost always making that next one if the first one doesn't get open. And she's almost always open. There she is now. We're swinging across to that upwind side of the field. Floats, Schumacher able to get to it. About 5 yards out. Into the end zone for the score.
Wind is taking a
That's a really nice break throw to set that play up. Just they were able to get about 3-4 in a row after the one break over the top, which, given this wind, was a pretty dicey throw. Might as well take some time to update some scores for our Canadian fans here. I just found out that the Forgotten in the Masters division is 1-1. They beat the Mexican Masters and lost to Ensom from Montreal. My team, Max Power, was able to win our first game, 14-7 against Halal from Colombia. Backdraft is 2-0 so far. They beat Stash in their first game, and then I don't know who they played in their second game, but they won it. Local was 1-0 when I last saw them, so they also defeated Halal in their first game. Not sure how the other game went. Stash is 0-2, so they had the tough backdraft loss. I believe it was by 1 or 2 points. And then they came up against Dragon Thrust, so obviously a tough matchup there against the world champions. And I saw a 10-5 score at one point. I'm not sure what the final ended up being. Got a whistle here, so hopefully play will be starting again soon. If anyone's bored and wants to chirp me on Twitter, feel free. At MaxPowerUlti, you can point out all the things I'm getting wrong on the telecast here. So we got a 4-4 game here. With the after a couple runs, it looks like we got the teams trading on the going with the downwind offense. So we'll see if Terra wants to maintain that. Look for a lot of Johanna Elias and Connie Lee on this, red hat and the white hat. Looks like they'll be two of the main handlers. A lot will go through them this point if they to be successful. Great little give and go set there with Connie Lee and Kornacki. C-Paul with the disc back to Elias. Terra really flowing well here. Oh, and a great catch there to reach through a defender. Sander C-Paul learned that at Max Power League on Monday, as usual. Just got that sneaky little backhand, putting it out for a teammate to come through and take it. Nice pull there by Robichaud going upwind, getting it almost the length of the field.
Smart defense on Terra's part to come with the junk, force a lot of throws as they go downwind, try to get a shorter field for the upwind point. This isn't the shortest, but we're just past half field. Not a bad position to start in if you're Terra. Swinging around, looking to get to that high side of the field, and it works. You're gonna see here the thrower's just gonna have a lot more options as they work from the top of your screen toward the bottom than the other way around. Cheetaras in a 3-person zone. Nice little dink and dunk there. Robichaud with the put. And there it is, a break for Terrace. They're now back up a break. 6-4. We'll see if they can complete it now going downwind. That'd be big as we approach the half. Wind really starting to pick up. Pull from Terra's gonna land inbound. Looks like Terra's coming with a 3-person zone. Short deep playing pretty far off, which works because Cheetaras players are pretty far away from the disc. Swinging around to that upwind side of the field. There's a little bit of drizzle now. Gutierrez looking to go upfield, unable to complete it. That gives Terra about a 20-yard field before getting these back-to-back breaks. Ooh, that is not a drop you want to have this close to the half. We'll see what Cheetaras can do with it. Again, working against the zone. Rittinger. That's right. I believe 5 throws in this possession. We've gone now 6 throws and about 12 yards. And that's exactly what you want to do if you're playing zone defense. Tough to keep every one of them sharp when you're throwing that many. Disc back in Terra's hands. We're now 10 yards out. And there it is, Terra with another break. 7-4.
Yeah, JoJo Elias there with a nice throw. Surprised I've seen her with the disc a few times and no hammers yet. I guess the captains are finally drilling it into her head that that might not be the best option. I may not always agree, but looks like she's really playing well in this Terra system. Looks like we have a timeout called by Cheetaras before the half, looking to regroup a little bit coming into this downwind that they desperately need at this point.
La salida del próximo autobús es a las 2 de la tarde. The next bus is
Finds the pole into the pool. But it's a lot better than her previous pole, so she'll take it. Schumacher drawing the disc off before we get started again. Nice attempted poach there by Robichaud. Cheetaras got it, but Robichaud's good play got rewarded with the next pass. Oh, what a great catch. Nice layout. Ooh, little miscommunication. Need to get someone back there to stop this huck. And the best defender on the field, the wind, takes that away. Nice D there by Cheetaras, stepping in front of the disc there. Torres there, smacking that down. Looks like Terra's gone to a forced flick here on defense, forcing them to throw into the wind a bit more. Foul call on the mark. Robichaud, another attempted poach there. And again, just a little too far. Looks like Cheetaras, once they get a throw into space, just looking to put in the end zone to try to get a goal. Worst case is make Terra work up the field. Kornacki walking the disc up. Terra sets up in a split stack. It's an easy open pass for Orchard. Fortunate next pass, not quite there. Cheetaras with a good field position to try to get their downwind score here. Not sure how that got back to Schumacher, but it worked. And she throws a great backhand to Ruiz Neshi for the goal. Cheetaras finally get back onto the board. They hold on their downwind point. Now we'll look to maintain some momentum, trying to get an upwind break. And with that, it looks like we actually reached the time cap for halftime, if I could hear that correctly. So we'll have a 5-minute break here. If you're watching home, time to maybe take a break, try to get some work done, and come back in 5 minutes.
They just do things differently here. That's just a different animal.
Yeah.
Where are you staying?
We're at the Hotel Hacienda Morelos, which is like basically right in downtown Puerto Morelos. But staying with the Dominicans.
Cool.
Where are you at?
Last night I was at a place called maybe Hotel Sevilla. I'm going to transfer over to a different hotel tonight because the internet didn't work where I was and I need working internet.
And we're back. Terra on defense. Cheetaras going downwind. Looks like we had a foul call there.
Well, if you want, welcome to come down.
And Laura Chambers Story coming off, taking a sub.
I got a friend who's at like the hotel where like most of the tournament is staying. And thank you.
I don't know. They let anyone on this thing. Probably a high stall count bail there, didn't come through. Bromley Switzer finds the hole nicely to Jojo. Oh, with a nice defense there by Hernandez Ramos, cutting that off. That's a very pretty throw by Elias though. Wong striking deep. Jojo thinks about it. Instead, looks to an easier throw. Oh, Wong had Switzer wide open, but didn't see it. Now looking to reset. Oh, nice second effort there by Elias. Comes down and gets knocked for it. And just because she can, she throws a lefty backhand for the score. Terra was really able to work that disc up on the upwind very well. Even when they turned it, it was still in good field position, and they were able to get a quick turn on a dump, and then they just took advantage of it right there. Now they're up 8-5, and looking to punctuate that upwind break with the downwind hold. It's the first point after half. Yeah. Impressive pull by Roboshow, and the cup is down there to meet the disc on the first throw. Great throw by Schumacher. Able to beat the cup and looking to continue that on. Nice read. Terra though takes away in the end zone. Now they're working the field down, going downwind. Great bid there. Fortunately, did a little circle around her finger and came out. So Chitaras with the disc on the goal line now. Schumacher to pick up. Should be looking to punch this in for the upwind break. Should note that it is the Chitaras O-line point, but with this wind, it's almost an upwind downwind situation. And a nice break throw there by Ruiz Nesha. Chitaras get that upwind break. Nice pull there. Going to pin Terra right to the sideline. Elias picks it up, surveys the field. Cheeky left-handed backhand. Fortunately just out of C-Paul's reach. Cheetaras with excellent field position looking to get another point. It's like Piego to Gutierrez there for the goal. Cheetaras on a low run. Terra's going to need to settle things down with their downwind point on offense. Tough catch there for Switzer, but she's able to pin it to her stomach to maintain possession. Tough catch there by Teta Francia. Had to look at the line to make sure she was in. Couldn't quite come down with it. Terra there before that. So finding that quick disc movement that they've been showing earlier in the game. Now looking for a man defense here, a person defense. Schumacher with the disc. Stifling defense by Terra there. Just no options for Schumacher to throw it to. Oh, what a wonderful catch by Bonnie Lee. Throw though from Tena Francia, who made a great catch in her own right. Wonderful point there by Terra. Offense went really smoothly, and then that defense just first throw when you get a turn right away. Looked like Schumacher just put up a huck, just trying to not get stalled down on the end zone. So I believe we got a 9-6 score. Terra leading. I just want to update the score. It's 9-7. So Terra up by 2. With Cheetaras on offense, looking to go downwind to bring the game to 1. Wide open drop there. Tough for the cutter there, but Terra now right away. Elias sends it deep. And Wong comes down with it. That's going to be a tough one to chart for Cheetaras. Giving up that short field. They will look to work it up upwind now to keep this game from getting out of reach. That's just a beautiful throw by Elias. Right away, upwind, flick, right into space for Velda Wong to come down with it. She read it perfectly and giving Terra the 10-7 lead. Nice pull there into the corner. Looks like we got a four-person cup. Terra's showing. Oh, Quan backs off, so it's just a three-person cup. Misread by the deep defender, but luckily she kind of pulled the Cheetaras player away to make a disc go through her arms. Kornacki with the disc now. Oh, great catch by Seapal. Keep possession. Both teams having a bit of a struggle here on this point. Neither team really be able to get the disc flowing and getting multiple passes in a row here. But Schumacher picks the disc up. Nice break throw, but can't quite reel that catch in. Oh, and a great throw and great read by Maxi for the goal. With this win, definitely not a bad call to just shoot for the end zone when you get anywhere close to half. But again, a great read for Maxi there to reel that in. Terra now 11-7 up. And looks like a timeout call on the field, so we'll take a little break here. Oh no. Gareth, yeah, you gotta go through the middle. Further. It's just at the legs. Further. Jansen, cleat up. Get your cleats on. Cleat up. 240. Please, make Jansen cleat up. Looks like the Max Power team has decided to take advantage of the open field during this timeout, working on some throws. Can confirm we need the work. Since Max Power is taking the field, might as well send a reminder. Max Power versus Tecos from Guadalajara will be at 2:40. Should be interesting. All right, after a long timeout, we're about to get started. Get off the field, Max Power. Looks like Terra breaking out the Ani sister defense with Connie and Bonnie. I think that's the first time I've seen that line up, those two together today. Nice pull by Robichaud. Unfortunately, just went out of bounds by about 2 feet. So trying to find if there's a brick mark anywhere. That looks good enough. Oh, nice catch there. But Robichaud stops the break throw. Terra disc. Oh, Terra fighting for that disc. Oh, and the big hand block. With authority. Hernandez Ramos just smacks that disc down. All right, tough swing pass there. Terra looking to punch it in. Bonnie Lee to pick up the disc. I'm gonna call this, she's looking for her sister Connie on the first cut. As called, Terra with the upwinder. If it's 11 or 12 to 7 now. Terra on a run, looking to close this game out. Really impressive D by both sides there. Robichaud with a nice block, and as well as Hernandez Ramos with the hand block. So it looks like it's 12-7 for Terra. I'm guessing we're about 3 to 5 minutes from cap. So Terra just looking to they'll want to make sure they can score on their downwinders to take the game. Elias with a great pull, does roll out of bounds. A little confusion there on what to do with the disc. Eventually she remembers she can walk the disc up, and we're gonna play is starting. Gotta look to continue that break, and there we go. Schumacher with lots of space, finds that seam to Gutierrez. Terra melts into a person D. Oh, great catch. Pinned it against her thigh. And Schumacher with the goal. Seemed to go a lot every other with her there. She'll find those seams, and she gets rewarded with the G. So unfortunately, I'm going to be taken off. I have to get ready for my game, which will be next. Don't miss it. And hopefully I'll be able to come back in future games and get people's names wrong and call incorrect plays.
All right, so here we are at 12-8 Terra. Cheetaras with the pull. Here comes the pull from Cheetaras, from Rittinger. Terra going to be working from about 12 yards out. Lee to her sister. Back to Lee in the middle. Terra unable to advance very far up the field. Here's an errant throw that Cheetaras is looking for. Gutierrez upfield. Into the end zone. That's a Cheetaras break. We'll see where we are with the approach to cap. Could it be too little, too late? Or do they have a chance at it? Terra bringing in brick mark. A great block in the zone from Cheetaras. Ruiz to pick up to Gutierrez at the front. That's another break for Cheetaras. 12-10. Ranger set to pull for Cheetaras. I think that is the cap. So if so, that would mean we're playing 2 more points max and that the game is out of reach for Cheetaras. We'll confirm after the point. Lee over to the high side of the field. To her sister Lee. And this 3-person cup from Cheetaras has really had some effect the last couple of points, really preventing Terra from working the disc upfield. They've not gone farther than 10 yards, and they've probably thrown 10 throws now. Here's a punt. Oh, and that's a great grab. It looked like a punt, but really it had a target and it worked out. Still haven't crossed midfield through the middle of the cup. Almost finds a seam there, takes the smarter throw, the safer throw, up to the high side of the field. Cheetaras staying in their zone. Downfield is close to a person defense. Almost everyone's matched up right now. There's also a tournament organizer walking clear across the front line of the end zone. Just realized that she wasn't walking on the back line. And again, Terrace has now gone about 10 yards and the disc is swung back and forth twice. This is a strong zone from Cheetaras. If Terrace can stay patient though, they look comfortable with these throws. It's a good move. Wow, and then the pressure, she drops the disc. Lee with the drop, Gutierrez to pick up. And actually, folks, it's 12-10, so if the cap is on, it started at the beginning of this point. If Cheetaras scores here, it's going to be 12-11, and we'll play another point, which could tie us up at 12. A great D from Lee. Wow, great throw through the cup. Upfield, high side of the field. Here we're making some progress. We're now 20 yards past midfield, about 25 out. An overthrow, and she's not going to get to it. This could be another Cheetaras break. They're about 30 out, 25 maybe. Ranger upfield. Cheetaras can't clean up the trash. It goes back to Terrace and then immediately another turn back to Cheetaras. They actually gained some yards on that exchange. Gutierrez to pick up. And she's got Torres. Torres with the goal. Little celebration there. That gets us to 12-11. So Cheetaras will have a chance to tie this game up. They're going to need to break up wind to do it.
En 5 minutos sale autobús para el hotel. 5 minutos. 5 minutes, the bus is going to the hotel.
Schumacher to pull here for Cheetaras. Here's the pull. It's gonna land in bounds a few yards out of the end zone. We're at half field now. To Elias. Elias through the cup. Back to Elias. Terra looking patient. Now to Robichaud. Terra now about 15 yards out. Disc is up. Robichaud with the bid. She can't bring it in. Cheetaras will have at least one chance to work the length of the field and tie the game up at 12. Schumacher uncorks a flick. It's not going to get there. Deep down by Terrace. Elias to pick up. She's got an open deep threat, but the cup doesn't let the throw off. She goes around to Robichaud. Robichaud back to Elias. Elias wants to go middle of the field. Wind is strong. Mark gets a hand on it, but the disc stays up. Lee to Robichaud, to Elias. Again, all game, Terra is just throw to throw. The flow always looks strong. Someone is always in the right place to get a continuation pass. It's quite impressive. Elias over the top. That opens up a huge gap. We are right outside the end zone line. That's going to be the game. A great comeback effort from Cheetaras. A win for Terra. You know, that might not be game. I might have misunderstood the cap. It looks like the tournament organizers are figuring that out. Looks like the game is continuing. Nope, that's game, folks. 13-11. Terra over Cheetaras. We'll be back soon. For a matchup from the mixed division from the Pan American Ultimate Championships 2015, Cancun, Mexico.